Hello, beautiful mamas. Welcome to another pregnancy video. This is going to be my things that I found out, tips, tricks, if you will, for you as you're going through your pregnancy or plan to go through your pregnancy. So I hope this is going to be helpful for you because it's definitely things I wish that I had known or somebody had helped me with at my old age, but definitely want to give you what I have and see if it helps you. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and I hope that you find this helpful. And if at the end of this has helped you and you want to follow my journey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you don't want to join the family right now, you need to still contemplate, that's fine. If it helped you, just hit the like button and support the channel. That's good enough. And to my journey fam that's watching this, hello, beautiful family. I love you so much. And thank you for joining me for another video. So without ado, let's get into it. Okay, mamas. Again, reiterating, this is going to be tips and things that I've learned in my pregnancy this time. This is my second pregnancy, and so I want to give what I have discovered, found out, researched, all the things to you if you're planning to be pregnant or you currently are pregnant, and specifically for my mamas that are over 40 and pregnant, because baby, we hadn't done this in a while. Or it's your first time and you hadn't done it at all, but your body does not know that. And so I want to give you all the tips and tricks that I have found that has helped me, that I've kind of had to figure out and learn over the way. And I hope it's helpful for you. Again, Tiffany, I am 41. I am pregnant. If you saw this video here, I'm kind of pregnant out of nowhere, if you can believe that. And it's been different. I have an 18-year-old daughter, and I am doing this again. I am 8 months pregnant. I am due next month. And so, yeah, I wanted to give this to you before I got unpregnant and couldn't tap into the emotions. So we're going to jump right into it. The first thing is that, and I have my notes below me, so ignore me looking down. But the first thing that I want to say to you is that if this is your second, third, whatever number, late in life pregnancy, it will be different. It will be different. It will feel different. Your body will handle it differently. Your mind will handle it differently. All the things will be different. And what I can say about the body part is that how well it does or doesn't do, I feel like definitely has something to do with how well you were doing body-wise prior to pregnancy. And so if you were already like very active and, you know, in the gym and eating healthy and, you know, doing yoga, all those things, you're going to definitely weather a lot easier during this transition than someone who has not or doesn't. I can definitely tell you that because the body is the first thing that reminds you that we are no spring chickens anymore, and that it's going to be very, very different. So yeah, that is the first thing that I want to tell you, and let's go ahead and get into those tips. So here are a few things that I found helpful. And the first one, I'm going to start with the body, and I'm going to say exercise. Y'all, if you can, get moving. In the beginning of my pregnancy, I walked every single day, and there were certain things that kind of stopped my walking. Like I had almost like a month-long episode of just random bleeding for no reason, and it was like months on end. We're not talking about implantation bleeding. We're talking about we're in month 3, 4, 5 somewhere, just randomly bleeding for no reason, which was really concerning. And I was scared to keep walking, afraid that maybe I was doing too much or something of the sort. And so I definitely was directed by my doctor, hey, you need to relax, kick back, not do so much. And when I did, the bleeding did stop, but my body did start to change and, if you will, lock up on me. I felt like my joints and my body like locked up on me when I stopped exercising. So if you can, and also it affected a lot of things. I mean, exercise is really good for when you get ready to go and do those glucose testings. It's good for just keeping your weight down. It's good for your mental health. It's good for a lot of things. And so if you can exercise, still go to the gym and at least do, you know, walking on the treadmill. If you don't do anything else, you can do some light arms, light legs or whatever if you want, but at least go and do the Stairmaster or the the treadmill or something of the sort. I love to be outside, and so if I can be outside, I'm going to walk the pavement all day, every day over a gym. And even just that was making such a huge difference in my weight, in my sugar levels, in how my body was responding to being pregnant again, all the things. And so going to the gym, getting a light gym workout, pregnancy yoga. If you have a local yoga place that you already go to, great. If not, there are videos on YouTube that specifically are designed for pregnancy trimesters. And literally by the trimester, you can get on YouTube and put in yoga for first trimester, yoga for second, third, fourth trimester, and it's going to come up and cater to you what size you're in. Watch a couple of them and see, because some of them I tried and I was like, now, who does she think can still do this? But find one that you like, stick with it, and try to do that. And then deep stretching. And my doctor had talked about taking a doorway and spreading your arms and putting your arms on both sides of the doorway, and then just kind of leaning out and kind of stretching this part out every day. So even just doing deep stretching, swimming, I heard, is a really good one for pregnancy. And so just get some movement in so that your body doesn't lock up on you, because y'all, the sitting and the laying feels great and it's relaxing. But man, once you get into the bigger months, I really found my body cramping and being sore and felt like an old lady trying to get out of bed and all the things. So, but I didn't experience that when I was getting up and trying to do some kind of yoga every day or going walking or deep stretching. So try to implement that in and keep your body moving if you can, so that you don't run into that feeling, which makes it a little bit more miserable for you than it already is. Okay, let's talk about the body some more. Your body, and we're talking about like pregnancy, but even more so over 40 pregnancy. If you've been pregnant before, it's going to be so different. I'm hearing that second, third, fourth babies, every pregnancy is different from what I hear. And so it applies to any mama, but particularly over 40, I'm just like, this was totally different for me. And my body looked different. It didn't shape out the same to me. I was already a thicker girl anyway. So you compare like being pregnant in maybe your 20s when you're already small, you've got this cute little baby bump, you know, and that you're all baby bump, to like, okay, we grown woman now, we thicker grown woman. It just hit different. I felt different. I felt more judged. And I definitely surely had people do the whole, oh, that's going to be a big baby, or, oh, you're big already. I felt swollen for some reason. And something could have been going on with my body that I didn't know, because I definitely was bigger than my trimester suggested I should have been. But my doctor kept saying, don't worry about it. Every woman carries the babies differently. The bodies react differently. But people were commenting on it, and it definitely made me so self-conscious all the time. Even my baby's dad made a comment about it and hurt my feelings really badly. So it just will hit different, and I want you to be aware that it might be different than your first pregnancy when you were younger, because we're different and we're older, and you might show sooner and look, you know, fuller sooner. You might feel the baby sooner. Your stomach just might look different overall. I was looking for this rounded look, and I was like, it's kind of going this way and not this way, you know? And my doctor's like, it's okay. That's just what your body wants to do. That's what baby wants to do. And that's okay. And so just be aware of that. And we are very emotional creatures during this time. You know, do and dress the way it's comfortable for you. And hopefully surround yourself with people that are going to be supportive and not be mean or ugly to you or hurt your feelings or make you feel self-conscious, because that stuff does stick around. It really does. And so I just want you to know that that's going to be different, but we can help with doing things like by being in the gym and things like that. But also there's a certain amount of that you can't do anything with, because baby and stomach and body's going to do what it wants to do. And so just surround yourself with loving people and take things with a grain of salt if you can, and do be open and honest and let people know when they've hurt your feelings. Don't try to choke that in and choke that down and sit with that, and then it festers, and then you're really disgusted with yourself during a time when you're supposed to be feeling beautiful. You're supposed to be made to feel beautiful and special, because you are. And so please don't allow that to kind of take over, but just know that your body will be different and do different things, and that's okay. As long as your doctor's saying you're healthy and you're okay, it is what it is. With that being said, stretch marks. I know that's a big thing for us women as well during pregnancy. I am so lucky that even this second time around, I have not gotten one stretch mark. I'm going to do another video about all of the things that I have used and taken, from medications to body stuff to, just probiotics, all the things, in another video. But moisturize like your life depends on it. If you don't have stretch marks, this is your first baby, moisturize morning, noon, and night if you can, you guys. I work from home, and so it's a little bit easier for me to kind of take those breaks to sit there and do that. But even if I worked from an office, I think I would still take some oil, close my door at lunchtime, and oil my stomach. Get you some moisture to your stomach and keep it moisturized. Now, some of that stretch mark stuff is hereditary, and some people just are going to get them regardless. But stretching does come from the elasticity in the skin being stretched and it being too dry so it cracks. Keep your skin moisturized, please. If you can, double moisturize. And again, I'll talk about that in my next video. Okay, ladies, also your feet will swell. I almost didn't get that out. Your feet will swell on you. It can happen, some worse than others. It's all of the fluid happening, and like the circulation issues, and sometimes it's our diets. And so make sure that you are drinking plenty of water to flush out your system, as well as foot massages. If you have a partner that's there with you that's willing to do that, do so. If not, they sell foot massagers, honey, on Amazon. We don't have to have nobody there to do it. I will list mine in the next video for you guys when I talk about the things that I utilize. But foot massages, elevate your feet. You can do that by several measures. They have foot wedges you can buy. You can take 2 or 3 of your pillows that you're not using on your bed and put them up under your legs and elevate your legs like that way. So if you've gone walking, you've been out all day, you've eaten a lot of salt, whatever it is, and your feet are just hurting and you don't know why, drink water and elevate your feet. And then the last thing are compression socks. I wear compression socks when I'm around the house for sure. If I'm going out, especially now since it's kind of winter, you can get away with it better than summer, because you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm wearing sandals and I can't wear compression socks. Now we're already wearing sweats and pants and things like that. And so buy you some compression socks and wear your compression socks. It keeps the blood flowing and it keeps the feet from swelling. It's the same thing that the nurses do when they're on their feet constantly at work. But our feet are going to collect the liquid and the water anyways, and so you want to make sure that everything is flowing properly. So compression socks, compression is your friend. The next thing is stay on top of your vitamins. Of course, we're taking our daily baby pills, baby vitamins, if you will. And if you're not, you should be. And you can choose between the gummies or the ones that you swallow, but also any other vitamins that you're supposed to take. And so that means you need to go to the doctor, your regular PCP, and get checked out and make sure you don't need anything else added on. So I went and my doctor said, oh my gosh, your iron is really low. Something that the OBGYN kept telling me was fine. So I needed to add on extra iron onto the prenatals I was already taking. So make sure you go and get yourself checked out with your PCP and see what all else your body needs, because it's about you taking care of you and the baby as well. And so make sure you're taking your daily vitamins, of course, doing things like drinking plenty of water, getting plenty of sleep. Sleep when your body wants to sleep. That is going to be the key. Is almost like when the baby gets here, we sleep when the baby sleeps. Sleep sucks. It just sucks during pregnancy. And so you need to sleep when your body will allow you to sleep. And that's going to be the next segue into the next topic, sleep. Okay, so again, we were talking about sleep. Sleep does suck during pregnancy. What I have found out is that naps are better than nighttime. And I have seen that even on the memes and all the things all over Instagram and other places, and it's the truth. The naps hit just right. That night sleep, forget about it. I dread it every single night. Very rarely do I wake up feeling rested and like, oh, that was such a good night's sleep. No. And the further you get into the trimesters, the more tossing and turning and aching and pain you get. I'm going to chalk that up to my age. And so that's when I start talking about the 40 and over kind of thing, because I don't remember any of this when I was younger. When I had my first daughter, I don't remember I feel like it takes me 15 years to turn over from one side to the next. It's a hot mess, y'all. I don't remember that. When I was younger, I would get up and I would go, come home and get the best sleep ever. I remember having lower back issues during a certain amount of time during my pregnancy, but that was it. When it came to sleep, baby, I slept, and I slept very well. And now, if I can get to sleep, it's a miracle. If I get some good sleep, it's even more of a miracle. And so we can't use any sleep aids during pregnancy. So there's no melatonin, none of the prescription medications. You can't use any of those. And so try to nap when you can nap, and let your body rest when it wants to rest, because your days and nights might be a little bit off, and that's just kind of what it is for now. It levels off for a bit, and then it kind of goes crazy again once you get a little further. I will tell you, my tip for this are pillows. Now, you can order that big, huge, crazy shaped pillow from Amazon that everybody gets. I can't vouch for them because I've never used one. I didn't get one. I low-key was hoping somebody would buy it for me. But I never got one. And then I figured out when I didn't have one that pillows worked just the same. So if you have a bunch of pillows on your bed, you can take the pillows and kind of stuff them up under you. Even if you're by yourself, it's better if somebody's with you because then they can help you. But even if you're by yourself, if you will take, so you have your pillow that you're laying on, if you will take a more flattish pillow and kind of put it to the side of you, kind of where your chest and your tummy is, and that's the pillow you're going to kind of rest on. And then you take another pillow, put it in between your knees and your thighs. And so that kind of keeps your legs a little bit separated for your hips. And then I'll take another pillow and I'll just stuff it kind of along my back, from my lower back up. And that has been the best sleep that I have found so far. The problem is in rolling over, because then when you roll over, you've got to stuff the pillow on this side, and the one in between your legs should kind of flip with you, and then kind of re-tuck this one under your tummy. But it does work, and it cuts cost where you don't have that crazy pillow. And then when you're not pregnant anymore, you're not left with that pillow that you cannot utilize anymore. So that you can use either one. One's more convenient because the pillow doesn't move, and so you don't have to kind of reshape and restructure it every time you turn. But also it's there for you for convenience. And then you have your pillows on your bed that you can buy and still have whenever you are done with pregnancy. So pillows do help. Sleeping on your back. So I will say this, there's a lot of controversy between you can't sleep on your back, you can't sleep on your left side, you're not supposed to sleep on your stomach. I'm no doctor. I'm about to tell you what my doctor told me. So don't come for me about you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. I'm telling you what my OBGYN told me when I asked her questions. My concern for her was, when I wake up, I often find myself sleeping on my stomach, and it scares me for the baby. At the time, I think I was maybe 3-4 months pregnant. She's like, oh, it's okay, it's fine. Baby is well protected. And she went through how many layers of protection the baby does have in there. Now, she wasn't saying go and purposely sleep on my stomach, but she was saying if you wake up and find yourself on your stomach, it's fine. If sleeping on your stomach is comfortable in this stage, she was like, it's fine, because you'll get to the point where it's no longer comfortable and you can't. And she's like, but for now, if it's comfortable, the baby is protected. You will not hurt the baby. That is what I was told. For me, I did not purposely sleep on my stomach, but that just gave me a peace of mind that if I woke up and was more on my stomach than my side, that I wasn't hurting or harming my baby. So I'm just giving you what she told me. She also told me, I said, it's more comfortable for me to fall asleep on my back in this moment than my side. She's like, do it. You're not hurting anything. You're not hurting yourself. You're not hurting the baby. And I know there's a lot of controversy behind people not sleeping on their backs. My OBGYN showed me facts, told me information, and said it's just fine. I've not been told that you can't lay on your left and you should lay on your right. She's like, it doesn't matter which side you lay on. She kept saying, where are you getting this information from? And so I sleep on both sides. It does feel more comfortable on my right, I will say, but I have slept on both sides depending on what side is comfortable for the most at that time. So do it that way you will. Don't come for me in the comments. I am not a doctor. I am telling you what my doctor told me. And I'm telling you basically do what makes you comfortable so you can get some sleep and to feel more secure that you're not harming your baby by sleeping in those different positions if you happen to fall asleep that way or wake up that way. So, girl, get some rest. Okay, let's talk clothing, girl. Now, I'm going to speak for my 40 over babes right now because, you know, the young girls, they, you know, small and petite and all the things, and they still wearing all the things and whatever. You know, it's still real into fashion, and we're like, we just want to be comfortable. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be cute but comfortable. And so let me tell you what I do, ladies. I do not and have not bought hardly any maternity clothes. And I'm going to say, when I have bought some, I kind of regretted it, to be honest, because they either didn't fit the way I wanted them to fit or didn't feel comfortable. And so what I've resorted to was I go to Walmart and buy those no boundary tights. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. And I will get like a huge size, like a 3-4X, just so I know that I can take it and pull it up over my belly and it's not compressing, it's not tight. They are soft, they're comfy, they wear for a while, they wash really well, and they're freaking $4 or $5, maybe $6, depending on which Walmart you go and if they're on sale. Those have been so clutch compared to, I bought a pregnancy pair off of Amazon and hated them. I have worn them maybe like one time. Waste of money. They were like 30 something dollars and I don't even like them. They fit funny. It didn't fit the shape of my belly at all or my body. It was like tight in the legs. It was just a mess. Versus these $5-6 tights that I just went and bought like several pair of, all different colors, and I can wear them with long sweaters, long t-shirts. I can layer things on top of them. I can put on a coat over them. I mean, I can put boots on, sandals. I have been wearing them my entire pregnancy. They are so clutch. So my mamas that just want to be comfortable, which are usually my older mamas, baby, go to Walmart's and grab you some of those no boundary tights that hang on the little end caps. Buy those. Oversized t-shirts are my friend. I go in the men's section and that little twirly roundabout for t-shirts and pick me a bunch of t-shirts on Amazon, anywhere you want to, sweaters, and you just put them on top of those tights, throw your shoes on, and you're ready to go. Also, Shein has been my friend even more so than Amazon. Shein is a great place to go and get really inexpensive sets. The one I have on is one of those that I even had this set before I was pregnant, and now I'm wearing it and it has worked perfectly, okay? And you can go in there and get whole sets, dresses, everything for $10, $5. I mean, really, really inexpensive clothing. Shein is clutch, especially if you're like, okay, I want to dress it up a little bit beyond just my tights and my t-shirts. Shein is your girl. That's where you need to go get you some sets, get you some maybe long dresses or cute dresses. If you are going to buy some pregnancy clothes, you can at least get them there and get them so super affordable that you don't even feel bad about buying them. Because I don't know about you these days, but when you're done being pregnant, all you can do is either save it because you know you're going to have another kid, donate it to somebody that you know is getting pregnant, or send it to one of the donation places and basically give your money away. And some people are okay with that, and that's fine. I erred more on the side of like, can I buy things that I can still use even afterwards and not have to trash or get rid of? And so definitely consider places like that. You do have Amazon. you know, and places like that, even plus size specialty maternity wear. It's nothing wrong with that, ladies. If you want to, I see some ladies on Instagram and they are all about their fashion and they look cute, okay? Not downing that at all. You can definitely do that. But if you are pregnant and just want to be comfortable, if you're over 40 going through all the body things, you're like, the last thing I want to do is feel stuffy and uncomfortable. Go to Walmart, get those tights, get on Shein and get you some comfortable stuff, because Shein does have a plus size and a maternity section. I err on getting plus size clothing because you can still get cute clothing, stylish clothing, but also it's going to make room for you and baby. So keep that in mind. I do want to talk about really quickly lightening crotch. It is something that I don't know that everybody gets, but ooh-wee, I got that, and it is so bad. I will put kind of what it is, a little blurb down below, but y'all, that feeling will stop you in your tracks. I will tell you, in my 40s, I figured out a little secret. Now, I did have this really badly with my first daughter when I was younger and had no answers, no clue. Doctors didn't have an answer, and they still didn't have no answer. When I went in this time and was like, this is happening, she was like, yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. The baby just gets on certain nerves, down there, and when it's head down, the baby just gets on some nerves that it's, has its head on down there, and just gets nice and comfy, and it's pressing on some nerves down there. So yeah, we don't know, but I figured out what to do. So number one, I will say, is use a belly band. If you have a belly band, or if you don't have one and can order one, and again, I'll talk about this in the next video, but use a belly band to kind of lift your stomach up, which will lift the baby up a little bit off of that area and will kind of give you a little bit of relief. But the thing that I found to be the most helpful, even more so than that, I got in the bed because I just couldn't take standing anymore. The more you stand, the worse it hurts. And the more you walk, the more it hurts. And it stops you literally in your tracks. It hurts so bad. Getting in the bed and laying on my side, particularly my right side, because that's what's the most comfortable for me, and just laying there for hours like that made baby shift and come out of that area into another area. Now, if I got up too quickly or was like briskly walking around and doing a bunch of stuff, she would slowly find her little way back into that spot. Like, girl, you're killing me. So what I read was like, not doing a whole bunch, not getting up really quickly, not moving really fast. And I am that person. I am a very get up and go, get it done, let me do it, hurry up person. And so I could have kind of forced her into that spot, and then she found it comfy and stayed there, but that did not feel good. So what I learned was laying down and laying on my side when she would do that fixed the problem even more so than the belly band. So the belly band does help. I'm not taking away from that at all. And it also gives you a little relief off of your back as well if you're kind of carrying your baby low or it's heavy. But laying on my side made her come out of that area and shift to a different area. And I haven't had that problem since, fingers crossed. So if you're getting lightning crotch, girl, please try this, because nothing else was helping me and nobody had any answers. But laying on my side did the trick. And then when you do have to be up and out and about, using the belly band to kind of keep her lifted up, him or her lifted up off of your, cervix area, so that they can't possibly quite get to that area. That was a game changer. Couple more things. Let's talk shower time. Now, if you haven't already been told, you're supposed to take a shower kind of with your back to the water. I take really hot showers, so I have learned to dial that heat back a little bit, but they're like, still, you want to put your back to the water, because if not, you're kind of like warming up the baby and raising the baby's temperature because of the water. And so I do bathe with my back to the water, letting the water run over me. And if I am facing forward to kind of help finish getting the soap off, I make sure that water is not hot at all, but maybe just like lukewarm for a minute. I don't do tubs because I don't want to sit in the water and cook my kid. So if you can get in a tub and not have hot water and be satisfied just kind of in like a lukewarm water, then by all means do so. We do what we must to feel good, to feel better, maybe to soak all the things. But in my head, I'm a shower person just by nature, period. But even if I were to get in a tub, I feel good in a tub when my body is in hot water and it's soaking out the tension. And I can't do that with baby, because then if they think the shower will elevate the baby's temperature, surely a bathtub will. So do keep that in mind if you are a tub person, that proceed with caution as long as it's like not hot water. Shaving my legs, ladies, I have found that in the over 40 realm, it is so much easier to sit down and shave my legs than it is to shave them in the shower. And so when I mean sit down, that means I have a chair or I have a couch in my room at the end of my bed, and I will put a towel down on the floor, a towel down in the couch, and I will sit there in my shivvies, honey, with a bucket next to me, like a little basin, and my towel and some shaving gel and my razor, and I will sit there and shave like that, because it just sitting down, it just helps so much more than bending over, especially once you get a little bit more girth to the tummy. Bending down is just a chore and takes the wind out of you. So if you can sit down and shave and kind of bring your leg up to you, so much easier. That's a trick that maybe you could use if you don't have anybody who can do it for you, or you don't go get waxed or whatever. I just like sitting down and getting it done, and then getting up and going and taking a shower afterwards. So there's a little tip about shaving and showering. Last tip is going to be about self-care. Ladies, we already don't feel like ourselves when we're pregnant sometimes, and especially if you're like older age pregnancy, it's kind of taking a toll on your body and your mental health in a different way. And let's add on a little bit of extra measure if you're like me and didn't even expect it and had a whole nother direction for your life, then it really is working on your psyche. Some of us don't have good support systems, behind you, and maybe going through any kind of other life circumstances that can make this harder. We need to be sure to be taking care of ourselves. Nobody is responsible really for our happiness except for us. I will say it makes it easier if you do have someone that's kind and gentle and supportive alongside with you. But man, those men come a dime a dozen, don't they? So I think most of them are taken. So definitely take care of yourself, ladies, is what I'm basically trying to say. Our emotions are all over the place, and rightfully so. It's kind of something we can't handle. We can't do anything about, but we can try to triage our emotions the best we can. I try not to use my pregnancy emotions as an excuse for things, for why I'm behaving the way I'm behaving. But every now and then I will admit, I can say like, ooh, I think this is coming from the actual pregnancy hormones, because I'm emotional today, or somebody can say just the wrong thing to me and it just like breaks my whole soul apart, and so we cannot take over-the-counter things like the Ali stress gummies and things like that, which I usually recommend people start with as a therapist. That's the first thing I go to instead of prescription meds. But they are not recommended, because I hear that those, and even like the melatonins, things like that, they can't regulate how much is in each gummy. And so they just don't recommend us taking them. But if you are on prescription meds and like psych meds, whether it's for anxiety, depression, whatever, check with your doctor, but they are deeming them safe to take. Now, take that with a grain of salt. I myself did not want to take anything that was going to be mind altering or maybe do something to my kid or something of the sort. I heard them saying over and over and over, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. But for me, I was like, unless I get really derailed and really in a bad spot, I'm just going to opt to not and try other things as a comfort. So, but if you are on meds and you were on meds before you got pregnant, talk to your doctor and your dosages, but they are saying that psych meds are still welcomed and okay during pregnancy. So If they are, and you know you've been taking them and you have to, please stay on them so that you can be in a good headspace for a baby. Try to do things to stay calm. You have therapy, and so if you have a therapist or you've never tried therapy, you have therapy that you can, you know, sign up for. There's Psychology Today, there's BetterHelp, there's Headway, all these different platforms you can sign up for and find you a therapist to go to talk to kind of offload if you're going through things with the father of your child, or, you know, just going through things personally or whatever. Do find someone that you can talk to if you don't have a best friend or someone you can confide in. You definitely need to offload. If you journal, make sure you're journaling, whether it's a journal, you know, about your journey in pregnancy, or you're just journaling just to get that out of your body. Our babies feel everything that we go through, and so I can and the baby will let you know, because it starts shifting and moving and scrunching and bunching because it's feeling what you feel. So, and then we talked about medication. Yoga, we talked about yoga. Yoga is good for not only unlocking the body and stretching it out, but also to kind of zen and calm the mind. And so something that I'm preaching to myself as I preach to you, that's something that we as pregnant women should definitely do a lot more of. And if you are in the 40s gang, then you have lived a lot of life and had a lot of things go on in life that you definitely need relaxation in the mind for. So massages, facials, they have prenatal massages specifically for pregnant women. They feel great. They know just what to do. If you can afford to get one, get one. If somebody wants to treat you, tell them that's what you want to try. If you like that kind of thing, even getting facials is just something to relax you and make you feel good. Pedicures and getting manicures, if that's your kind of thing. Nails make me feel beautiful, and so that's kind of my zhuzh. So getting your nails and feet done, if that's kind of your thing, kind of keeping that up, because you want to feel beautiful. We're already like transforming. We don't feel like ourselves. We don't look like we used to look. You're worried about how you're going to look afterwards, you know, all the things. And then if you don't have the kind of partner that's made you feel beautiful the whole time, you're already kind of self-conscious about things. And so make sure you're keeping your nails done, your feet done, and your face, you know, put your makeup on and things like that so that you can feel like yourself as much as possible. Hair, if that's your thing, keep your hair done. Don't neglect your hair just because you're pregnant and you feel like, well, I already look a mess anyway. If we think that way, it will confirm what we feel inside. And so definitely try to keep yourself up on the outside as you're trying to confirm to yourself on the inside that you're okay. Special shower stuff. Go to Bath & Body Works, go to Walmart, go wherever you go, and find you some soaps and things that just like make you feel good when you're showering, that smell so good to your senses. It's just a mind thing to relax the mind and feel just calmer overall. And leisure walks, if that's your thing, then definitely go for walks if the weather permits. It's getting kind of colder outside, especially in our area in Texas. But if you're somewhere where you can go for a walk, or you have an inside track or something, just kind of leisurely walking, talking with a friend, listening to music, whatever, reading books, things like that. Do things to help calm yourself during such a sometimes unsure, scary if you're a first parent, you know, trying time. If you're over 40, the body's doing different things to you and you're like, what did I even do? But definitely practice self-care during this time. You deserve it. Your baby deserves it. If you have people in your life that are stressing you out, if you can do something about it, do something about it, because the last thing you want to do is be a nervous wreck, or your baby be a nervous wreck because you're a nervous wreck. So been there, done that, guys. That is not fun, not easy, and the baby does feel everything. So yep, that's what I got. Okay, my beautiful mamas, that is it for today for this video. Again, I will be doing another video, probably another week or two, just about like all of the things that my doctor has told me that I can use and can do that 18 years ago when I had my first daughter was an absolute no, which is crazy to me. And so just the medications, the hygiene stuff, even just like regular pregnancy tools and things that I've used, and oils and all the things that I use during pregnancy, I will be sharing with you and leaving links for it as well. So do tune back in if you are pregnant, plan to be pregnant, or especially for my mama's pregnant over 40, because I am definitely speaking to you, because I know what it's like to feel alone in this situation where all these young little spuds are having babies and not a whole lot of complications. And please don't let anybody bring you down if you are over 40 still wanting to have kids and don't have kids yet and still trying. Like, I am here to encourage you. You do what you want to do for your family and your body, and don't listen to other people. But I hope this video has been helpful to both young pregnancy and my over 40 pregnant babes. And I hope you join me in another video. And of course, if I am your vibe, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, mamas.